Hello students, how are you? In the previous class we studied geography, fourth lesson. Then today we are going to study politics, sixth chapter, understanding our criminal justice system. Okay, take your test. പിന്നെ ഒരു കാര്യം പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ വീഡിയോസ് ആരും കാണുന്നില്ല, വളരെ കുറച്ച് കുട്ടികൾ മാത്രമേ കാണുന്നുള്ളൂ. ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുക, എല്ലാവരും കാണണം, കണ്ട് നോട്ട്സ് എല്ലാം എഴുതിയത്. നോട്ട്സ് ടീച്ചർ അയച്ചു തരും, 2 ലെസനും കൂടെ ഒരുമിച്ച് ഉടൻ തന്നെ അയക്കുന്നതായിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, understanding our criminal justice system, page number 67. On conversation there നോക്കാം. അത് പഠിച്ചാൽ മാത്രമേ നമുക്ക് അറിയാൻ പറ്റത്തുള്ളൂ. 18th July 2006 നടന്ന ഒരു റിയൽ ഇൻസിഡൻറ്റ് സ്റ്റോറിയായിട്ട് ബന്ധപ്പെട്ടതാണ് വരുന്നത്. At their apartment in Mumbai, Mrs. Shinde is getting dressed. She has been frantically searching for the gold chain for over an hour. I am sure it was in this drawer. Where could it be? Hurry up, we are going to be late for the wedding. I can't find my gold chain. It is not in the drawer. I suspect that Shanti might have stolen it. She always spends a long time dusting my room. So Mr. and Mrs. Shinde, they were going to a marriage. At that moment, Mrs. Shinde's gold chain was lost. They says that Shanti, their housemaid, was stolen it. Shanti Hebron has been working in the house for the past 3 years. Shanti, have you begun to steal now? And that too, my gold chain? Bring your trunk. I want to search it. We have called the police. So, if you have the chain, return it now. Madam, I haven't stolen it. Then Mrs. Shinde asked Shanti, their housemaid, if Shanti stolen this chain, please give me. Otherwise, they want to call police. Mr. Shinde searching Shanti's trunk and finds an envelope with 10,000 in it. He screams it at Shanti, saying that this is the money she's got from selling the chain. Then after searching the trunk, Mr. Shinde say, get an envelopes, and in that envelopes have 10,000 rupees. They says that Shanti stolen the gold chain and sell that money was that. So my brother and I have been saving this money over the last 1 year. We want to buy a bull when we go to our village. Madam, I am innocent. Then she says this money was not stolen and selling the gold chain. Mr. Shinde has come to the police station. I have come to file a FIR. There have been a theft in my house. My maid Shanti has stolen my wife's necklace. Then at last they go into police station and they file a case, FIR. Sub-Inspector Rao recorded Mr. Shinde's FIR. FIR means first information record. Mr. Shinde returns with Sub-Inspector Rao. I will now write the statements that Mr. and Mrs. Shinde make about this theft. Let me seal the envelope that has money and take it with me and evidence. I am arresting Shanti and taking her to the police station. Then at last Mr. Sub-Inspector Mr. Rao came their home and take the envelope with 10,000 rupees. He says that he want to take Shanti to the police station. Please don't let him take me. I have not stolen the chain. This is my hard-earned money. I am not stealing the chain. This is my hard work money. Sushil, Shanti's brother, arrives and pleads with S.A. Rao to release Shanti. She has been arrested for the theft of a gold chain. You can go to court and get a bail order. Then after that, Shanti's brother Sushil came there and he also played Mr. Rao, sub-inspector. At last, Mr. Rao says that You go to court and get a bail order. But where will I get the money to hire a lawyer, and who will stand as surety for her? You have taken all of our savings and stealed it. Then next day, although the courts granted bail to Shanti after a month, she was unable to get anyone to stand surety for her for 2000. She therefore continued to be in jail. She is very traumatized. She is worried about what will happen during the trial. Then after that, they were very poor. That is why the Shanti going to Mr. Sushil did not have money for going to court. That is why Shanti was arrested and sent into the jail. What will happen to me? I haven't done anything wrong, and yet I am behind bars just because Madam suspects me. And the money that we have been saving, will I ever get it back? Then Shanti says about herself that she did not stolen the chain. This money was the savings of their own savings. Advocate Kamala Roy meets Shanti in the court. Here are my case papers. I have been falsely accused of stealing my employer's gold chain. Then Kamala Roy was Shanti's advocate, and they says this. They found 10,000 rupees Shanti's trunk and said that this was the money she got from stealing the chain, but that is money that we have been saving up together. Then Sushil Shanti's brother says that this money was our savings, not stolen the gold chain. The court frames a charge of the thefts Mrs. Shinde's gold chain and possession of money 10,000 got from selling stolen property against Shanti. I plead not guilty and I claim trial. The public prosecutor appears in the case on behalf of the state. He presents Mrs. and Mr. Shinde and as a key witnesses. They are key witnesses. So tell me, Mrs. Shinde, how did the gold chain go missing? I have kept my chain in the drawer. Shanti stolen it. No other outsider except Shanti goes into my room. Mr. Shinde searched her trunk in front of me, and we were shocked to find 10,000 in an envelope. Shanti got this money from selling my gold chain. She is a theft. So at last, Mrs. Shinde also cross-examined the lawyer. At that time, she says, only Shanti stolen my chain, and other outsiders came into my room. Next, Advocate Roy cross-examines the prosecution witness Mrs. Shinde. So, what you are basically saying is that you did not see Shanti steal the chain, nor did you recover the chain on Shanti. Also, in the 3 years that she has worked for you, nothing has been stolen from the house. You were also regularly paying her 1,000 rupees as salary each month. And also, last Advocate Roy also cross-examined this Mrs. Shinde. Then also, advocate says, last 3 years Shanti was working in her home. No one is stolen. So she did not steal the chain. Advocate Roy examined Sushil and his employer and as defense witnesses. Though their testimonies, she is able to show that the 10,000 rupees found in Shanti's trunk could be the earnings of Sushil and Shanti. And as they says that this 10,000 rupees were the earning of Sushil. Sushil was the brother of Shanti, earning of Sushil and Shanti. As the trial is nearing completion, Sushil learned that Inspector Sharma has busted a gang of young men who have been stealing jewelry from the Shinde's neighborhood. Some of Mrs. Shinde's son's friends are part of this gang. Mrs. Shinde's chain has been found on them. Sushil tells Advocate Roy about this. Advocate Roy is now called Inspector Sharma as the defense witness. So at last, the gold chain was stolen by their neighbors. That Mrs. and Mr. Shinde's sons friends stolen this chain. Inspector Sharma, can you show that and tell us what you have found? Here is the chain that has been identified by Mrs. Shinde as hers. We busted a gang of boys who has stolen the chain. These boys have admitted that they stole the chain. At last, they found that some boys stolen the chain. Okay. From the above incidents, you can see that the four key players in the criminal justice system are the police, the public prosecutor, the defense lawyer, and the judge. You have seen the roles each of them played in the above case. And now let us try and understand their roles more generally. So in this above conversation, we saw four important people. That first one, the police. Second one, the public prosecutor, the defense lawyer, and judge. Now we are going to study one by one. What is the role of police in investigating a crime? First question. First one, police. What is the role of the police to investigate a crime? One important function of the police is to investigate a complaint about a commission of a crime. If anywhere a crime occurs, first and the foremost function of police is to investigate that crime. An investigation includes recording statement of witnesses and collecting different kinds of evidence. So first they collect the first they investigate any crime. Then they this investigation include recording statement of witnesses, who are the witnesses, and also collecting different evidences, and also they record the statement of witnesses. On the basis of the investigation, the police are required to form an opinion. If the police think that the evidence points to the guilt of the accused person, that they file a charge sheet in the court. As stated at the beginning of this chapter, it is not the job of the police to decide whether a person is guilty or innocent. That is for the judge to decide. Then first and foremost function of a police is to investigate a crime. This investigation include the recording statement of witnesses and also collecting evidences. Then they file a case in the court, and they this accused person file a charge sheet in the court and stated they charge a case in the courts. Then another one is the police. The duty of the police is not to decide whether that accused person is guilty or not. It is the duty of a judge. You have read in Unit 2 about the rule of law, which means that everyone is subject to the law of the land. So we all know that all persons are equal before law. This includes the police. Therefore, police investigations always have to be conducted in accordance with the law and with the full respect for human rights. Okay, so all the full respect and they always mind in human rights. The Supreme Court has laid down guidelines that the police must follow at the time of arrest, detention, and interrogation. The court given the police some guidelines to follow at the time of arrested person. The police are not allowed to torture or beat or shoot anyone during investigation. They cannot inflict any form of punishment on a person even for petty offences. Even a small offence, the police did not beat or then punishment are not given to police. Article 22 of the Constitution and Criminal Law guarantees to every arrested person the following fundamental rights. Every arrested person must follow these rules and regulations. Article 22 of the Constitution says about that. The right to be informed at the time of arrest of the offence for which the person is being arrested. Which person is arrested at the time of he must inform that. Second one, the right to be presented before a magistrate within 24 hours of arrest. Within 24 hours of arrest, the arrested person must be presented before a magistrate. Third one, the right not to be ill-treated or tortured during arrest or in custody. At the time of custody or in arrest, police did not torture or ill-treated. Then confessions made in police custody cannot be used as evidence against the accused. Confessions are not made. Confession means kumbasari, like kutayettu parayuka, are not used as the evidence. The last one, a boy under 15 years of age and a woman cannot be called to the police station only for questioning. So these are the important things that Article 22 of the Constitution says about the criminal law guarantees never an arrested person. Okay. So this is the first thing. What is the role of police in investigating a crime? Then second person is public prosecutor. What is the role of public prosecutor? A criminal offense is regarded as a public wrong. What is meant by this is that it is considered to have been committed not only against the affected victims but against the society as a whole. So if any person made a illness or made anything, it is not against the affected victim but also society as a whole. Do you remember the case of the dowry death of Sudha Goyal that we read about in the previous chapter? We already studied Sudha Goyal and Leshman. That case against the accused Leshman and his family was presented by the state. That is why the case was called State Delhi Administration versus Leshman Kumar and others. Similarly, the above case can be called State versus Shanti Hebron and not Mrs. and Mr. versus Shanti Hebron. So this case, we studied that. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു അക്യൂസ്ഡ് പേഴ്സൺ എന്തെങ്കിലും തെറ്റ് ചെയ്താൽ അത് സൊസൈറ്റിയിൽ മൊത്തത്തിൽ അത് അഫക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. അത് കാരണം നമ്മൾ ഇതൊക്കെ എന്താ പറയുന്നത്, സ്റ്റേറ്റ് വൈസസ് ലക്ഷ്മൺ സുധാ ഗോയലിൻ്റെ കേസ് പറയുമ്പോൾ സ്റ്റേറ്റ് വൈസസ് ലക്ഷ്മൺ കുമാർ. ഓക്കെ. In court, it is the public prosecutor who represents the interest of the state. The interest of the state, സ്റ്റേറ്റിനെ പ്രതികരിക്കുന്ന lawyer, that is called a public prosecutor. The role of the prosecutor begins once the police has conducted the investigation and filed the charge sheet in the court. So the first and foremost thing of a public prosecutor is the begins with the police has conducted the investigation and filed the charge sheet in the court. He or she has not role to play in the investigation. This public prosecutor did not play or in the investigation process. The prosecutor must conduct the prosecution on behalf of the state. On behalf of the state, he was the public prosecutor was the state lawyer. As an officer of the court, it is his or her duty of enact impartially and present the full and impartial facts, witness and evidence before the courts to enable the courts to decide the case. So, സ്റ്റേറ്റിൻ്റെ ലോയർ ആയത് കാരണം ഇമ്പാർഷ്യലായിട്ട് ആർക്കും ഇതാകാതെ ഇമ്പാർഷ്യലായിട്ട് തീരുമാനം എടുക്കാനുള്ള ഒരു കാര്യമാണ് പബ്ലിക് പ്രോസിക്യൂട്ടർ ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. ഓക്കെ. Then what is the role of the judge? The judge is like an umpire in the game and conducts the trial impartially and in an open court. The judge hears all the witnesses and any evidence presented by the prosecution and the defense. The judge decides whether the accused person is guilty or innocent on the basis of the evidence presented and the accordance with the law. If the accused is convicted, then the judge pronounced the state sentence. He may send the person to jail or impose a fine on both, or both, depending on what the law prescribes. The judge decides what who is criminal or not. Okay, judge ആണ് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്, ഗിൽറ്റി ആണോ ഇന്നസെൻ്റ് ആണോ എന്ന് ഡിസൈഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. What is a fair trial? Let us for a moment imagine what might have happened if the judge decided to try Shanti's case very differently. What it if the court did not give a copy of the charge sheet and statement of witnesses to Shanti? What if he held the trial in a secret location where neither Shanti nor Sushil were present? What if he did not give Shanti's lawyer, Advocate Roy, enough time to question the witness of the prosecution, such as Mrs. Shinde, and instead had already decided that Shanti was guilty? If this happened, it would be a case of an unfair trial. This is because for the trial to be fair, several different procedures have to be observed. Article 21 of the Constitution that guarantees the right to life stated that a person's life or liberty can be taken away only by following a reasonable and just legal procedure. So this case, this Mr. and Mrs. Shinde's case very different ആയിട്ട് ആയിരുന്നുവെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കുമായിരുന്നു അവിടെ? അപ്പോൾ ശാന്തി തന്നെ എടുത്തു എന്നുള്ള രീതിയിൽ വരുമായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ കേസ് പബ്ലിക് പ്രോസിക്യൂട്ടർ എടുത്തതിൻ്റെ ഫലമായിട്ടാണ് ഇവർക്ക് തെളിവ് സഹിതം കുറ്റം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ തെളിവ് സഹിതം ഇവർക്ക് ഈ കേസ് തെളിയിക്കാനാണ് സാധിച്ചത്. അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ ആർട്ടിക്കിൾ 21 ഓഫ് ദ ഇന്ത്യൻ കോൺസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ സേസ് അബൌട്ട് റൈറ്റ് ടു ലൈഫ്. A fair trial ensures that Article 21 of the Constitution is upheld. Let us now return to Shanti's case and as described in that storyboard and identify the essential demands of a fair trial. Firstly, Shanti was given a copy of the charge sheet and other evidence that the prosecution presented against her. Shanti was charged with the offense of theft that was defined as a crime in the law. The trial was held in an open court, in the public view. Her brother Sushil could attend the court hearings. The trial was held in the presence of the accused. Shanti was defended by the lawyer. Shanti's lawyer, Advocate Roy, was given an opportunity to cross-examine all the prosecution witnesses. Advocate Roy was given an opportunity to present witness in Shanti's defense. So in this case, Shantiയുടെ കേസ് അഡ്വക്കേറ്റ് റോയ് ദേ ക്രോസ് എക്സാമിൻ ഓൾ തിങ്സ്. അതായത് ശാന്തി, മിസ്സസ് ഷിൻഡെ എല്ലാവരും പ്രോസിക്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്തതിൻ്റെ ഫലം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എല്ലാവരെയും ബാധിച്ചതിൻ്റെ ഫലമായിട്ടാണ് ഇവർക്ക് ഈ കേസ് തെളിയിക്കാനായിട്ട് സാധിച്ചത്. Although the police filed a case of theft against Shanti, the judge assumed her to be innocent. It was the responsibility of the prosecution to prove beyond reasonable doubt that Shanti was guilty. In this case, the prosecution failed to do so. It is significant that the judge decided the matter only on the basis of the evidence before the court. Only on the evidence. എവിഡൻസിൻ്റെ വെളിച്ചത്തിലാണ് a person is guilty or innocent എന്ന് ജഡ്ജ് തീരുമാനിക്കുന്നത്. The judge did not jump to the conclusion that Shanti was the theft just because she was a poor maid servant. Instead, the judge remained impartial, and since the evidence showed that some young men and not Shanti was the theft, he set Shanti free. In Shanti's case, justice was finally done to her because she was given a fair trial. At last, they says that some young persons were theft the gold chain. With evidence, they proved that Shanti was innocent. In this case, given a fair trial. The Constitution and the law both states that all the persons that we have discussed in this chapter should carry out their roles in proper manner. But this means is that they all need to work to ensure that every citizen, irrespective of their class, caste, gender, religious and ideological backgrounds, gets a fair trial when accused. The rule of law, which says that everyone is equal before the law, would not make much sense if every citizen were not guaranteed a fair trial by the Constitution. So Constitution 22 of the Constitution says about 22 എന്താ പറയുന്നത് നമ്മൾ നേരത്തെ കണ്ടു. Every arrested person at the time of arrested person. 21 of the Indian Constitution says about right to life. Then the Constitution says that all persons are equal before law. That is why all get equal law and also irrespective of the caste, gender, and poor or rich, etc., all get justice. Okay, അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ച ഒരു 3 കാര്യമേ ഉള്ളൂ. വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ റോൾ ഓഫ് പോലീസ് ഇൻവെസ്റ്റിഗേറ്റിംഗ് എ ക്രൈം, അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ആർട്ടിക്കിൾ every arrested person, fundamental rights guarantee some rights. Then what is the role of a public prosecutor, what is the role of a judge, what is fair trial. ഇത്രയും കാര്യങ്ങളാണ് നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചത്. ഇതിൽ നിങ്ങൾ ഗ്ലോസറിയിലുള്ള എല്ലാ കാര്യങ്ങളും എഴുതണം. പിന്നെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ ആൻസർ ഇതിലില്ല എങ്കിലും ഇത്രയും കാര്യങ്ങൾ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ റോൾ ഓഫ് അത് ഇത്രയും എന്താണെന്നുള്ളത് ഞാൻ അത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് നോട്ട് അയച്ചു തരാം. എന്ത് ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിലും വിളിക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, താങ്ക് യു.